Speaking of tremendous power in the hands of corporations that seek to fuck over the little guy, Bricks and Minifig Saga is getting a finale by the likes of Coffeezilla, the internet's greatest investigative reporter, perhaps the only remaining investigative reporter out there. He got involved in this situation, and he found the $200,000 missing Lego. So let's take a look.
A $200,000 Lego collection went missing, causing a lot of you to ask me to find it. And after seeing the cops point guns at YouTubers, people get arrested and sued for $1.3 million, I decided enough was enough. This looks like a case for the internet detective. This time in the $10 million Lego studio. So I talked to every suspect involved. What I found shocked me. Okay, before we can find these missing Legos, let's give some background. A massive Star Wars collection was put on consignment at a Lego store called Bricks and Minifigs in Salem, Oregon. Consignment just means the owner, Brian Mansell, gave it to a store to sell, and he was supposed to get a cut when it sold. The entire time, he maintained ownership of the collection, and a social media post estimated it to be worth about $200,000. But then, on November 14th, 2024, everything went wrong. This was the night that Crystal and Ben Gorman, the prior franchise owners of the Salem store, got kicked out by this guy.
By the way, you can tell that the previous store owners were woke, and they wouldn't stand for this.
What would indicate that? The
eyebrow horns.
The eyebrow subdermal.
Because in Utah, it goes only in one direction. Like, if you're either some of the most base people,
right,
or you're literally you're a Mormon chud. And Reckless Ben and Brian Mansell got to see both sides of that world, you know? They got to experience both of those guys.
The cut when it sold. The entire time, he maintained ownership of the collection, and a social media post estimated it to be worth about $200,000. Night that Crystal and Ben Gorman, the prior franchise owners of the Salem store, got kicked out by this guy. That is Brandon Best. He and his partner Josh Johnson ran a sister store in Eugene, Oregon, and Brandon drove up that night to kick the Gormans out. Brandon and Josh would be taking over the franchise in Salem. And this is
very different vibes with the new ownership, if you noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that dynamic definitely persists here, you know? And people were saying that the previous bookstore, the previous owners of Bricks and Minifigs were like publishing anarcho-communist books and stuff. So
what?
That tracks. They look the part.
That's crazy.
They do look the part. I'm judging books by the cover, man. I'm doing it. I'm judging all the books by all the covers. Fuck it.
Crazy. I actually feel so disheartened by this whole story because I don't know if you know this. My nieces are very into Lego, and we would go to a Bricks and Minifigs whenever I was in town. And I felt like a superhero.
It's BDS now.
Yeah.
It's not. You still go. They're different franchises.
I feel bad because like that was like a highlight for them every time I came out, is we'd go pick out a set and build it together. But now I feel kind of dirty about it.
Nah, it's fine. It's still Lego at the end of the day. They literally said they left America because they thought Trump presidency would make them targets due to their publishing company. Oh my God. Oh, they are that based. Okay, that's fucking fire.
This is the exact moment the Legos go missing. As that store is getting handed over, the question is Brian's collection in it? Here's what the official Bricks and Minifigs press release
reads. Oh, he's dope.
Yeah. Was Charlemagne nice to you?
Yeah, he was super nice.
That's crazy.
He said he's a democratic socialist.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I don't know when they are gonna release it though. It wasn't live. It wasn't like one of the live tapings that they did. It was.
You have an echo. You have an echo.
I'm gonna kill
myself. Can you fix your sound?
I'm gonna turn on a video game for the first time ever, so I can kill myself in a video game. Chat. You're so funny. You're so funny. Is it way too dank? Is it way too dank? I'll show you something that's way too fucking dank.
Hasan, please. Chat, please.
Oh my God, baited. Lol, Omega lol, we baited you.
Taking over the store, we discovered a small number of sets valued between $2,000 to $5,000 that could be possibly related to Mr. Mansell's collection. But there's a problem here. There should be over 10 times that amount in this store, given their internal records and what we know the estimated value of this collection was. So if corporate's saying there was only $2,000 to $5,000 in the store, something happened to these Legos. But what? In order to solve this case, let's think about the suspects. First, who was there that night of the handover? It's only 3 people. Crystal and Ben Gorman, the former franchise owners, and Brandon Best, one of the new owners. These are our 3 biggest suspects, but they aren't the only ones. I want to address a few other suspects.
Yeah, bro, this is the multi-billion-dollar compound where he's doing crazy.
The production on this one went crazy.
Yeah, he's got even Lego pieces. It's all coming together. Will's acting way too chill after crashing out on us every single one of his own streams for the last full year. Yeah, you deserve it.
That guy's never been in one of my streams. Fuck that guy. No, I'm just kidding.
Fuck it.
I'm so patient with my chat. What the hell?
Yeah, well, this is a different demon here.
At the very start here. First of all, maybe this is just all the result of, plain old thieves breaking in. What about that possibility?
Hi, I am Chris. I was the previous franchise owner who signed the collection agreement with Brian Mansell.
And I'm Benjamin Gorman. I am the silent partner who's really bad at being silent.
We did have a couple of break-ins at the store. None of Brian's collections were in the police report or stolen during those.
Okay, so the Gormans say emphatically it wasn't thieves, but if that's the case, what about the guy who was arrested? I mentioned at the beginning of this video, Reckless Ben. This is the YouTuber who started it all. With a documentary, I tracked down the thief who stole $200,000 of Lego. Maybe it's the perfect crime. Make a video tracking yourself. Now, for our theory, it's worth noting Ben is currently facing a RICO lawsuit by Bricks and Minifigs. He was even targeted with a search warrant for stolen Legos.
Included in the warrant are Legos.
The owner reported overhearing conversations about possible stolen Legos.
And on top of that, Reckless Ben was even accused of stealing the Legos by the current franchise owner.
I stole the Legos?
What do you think of the theory that it was Reckless Ben? He stole the Legos.
It's absurd. We didn't even know Reckless Ben. He had no interaction, no relation to us, no relation to the store. That doesn't hold any water.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Apologies to the genius cops in Utah who play different.
We play differently here.
But I don't believe that Reckless Ben stole the Lego, mostly because he couldn't. He just wasn't there that night, and I don't even think he knew about these Legos. But who does Ben suspect is holding the Legos since he did this whole documentary series?
The guy who runs the entire company, Neff, he personally came out to talk to us.
So what's going on?
So you guys are holding some of our Legos?
No, we're not.
You're not?
No.
Is that a lie?
No.
Okay, I just wanted to clear the record. It's not lost on me that the main antagonist from this whole saga is called Neff and has the same facial hair I do. It's a really bad look for the Neff family.
It's a bad look for the D'Artagnan.
Real. Yeah.
It's a bad look for the D'Artagnan as well, I'll be honest. All right.
That's a lie. You did take the Legos.
So we have, our attorneys have visited, like, again, so who's
Brian Mansell.
Okay, and who's that?
He's a guy who had he had like $200,000 worth of Legos in your guys' store.
Nope. Never happened.
My name is Ammon McNeff. I am the CEO of the Bricks and Minifigs brand.
So my name is Matt McNeff. I'm the COO of Bricks and Minifigs.
Another McNeff?
You have a lot to account for.
This is really bad.
Yeah.
Oh God, this is really.
With the D'Artagnan beard mustache combo too, it's just fucking.
This is like if a family of pikers with small heads showed up and started besmirching your name.
I know.
I might never recover from this.
Nope, you're fucking cooked, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's over.
We the Neffs do not endorse the behavior of the McNeffs. It's a separate red-headed tribe.
I have a large head, so we would make a normal size head babies. Oh my God, half the chat is horny, and the other half is horny for pain.
The best part is I feel like that was probably a dude too.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe.
I feel like that's just a gay man being like, I got a big head, you got a small head, let's...
Mpreg.
Yeah,
Mpreg,
let's do some Mpreg.
Mpreg.
The people you just saw are the McNeff brothers. They agreed to speak with me to try to clear their name. I asked them, do they have the Legos?
What I can tell you is that we don't have it. We've never had access to them.
It seems to kind of go missing, parts of it seem to go missing on November 14th.
Well, and I guess no, not at all. I'm going to say, like that is not accurate at all. Because
so you think that the collection was in the store at the time or elsewhere?
Elsewhere. When you look at Mansell's own words that he reiterated to a podcast last year, he explicitly stated to another podcaster, the sets were moved off-site for security.
The collection will not be stored on-site after...
Dude, why is it the biggest heist of all time? I don't even understand. Just give the fucking Legos back. Like, what? Am I crazy? Why? This became such an incident for no fucking decipherable reason. I don't understand why these guys in the middle were just like, oh, we'll hit a lick here. And that lick was $200,000 worth. That's grand larceny.
Yeah, I don't know why this has gotten so out of control, especially because Reckless Ben gave them so many opportunities to just be like, hey, we actually, they were in the back of the storeroom. Like crazy random happenstance, but I feel like it just keeps getting worse and worse.
Legos are big money. Yeah, but this is a multi-million-dollar company, man. It's not like, I don't think they're nickeling and diming in this one store. Maybe I'm wrong, but 200K is like 2 Lego sets? Okay, dude, I don't think Lego inflation
No, it's like 2 Warhammer sets.
Yeah. Okay, well, I feel like the Strait of Hormuz is closed, but I don't think it ruined the Lego market or the Warhammer market that bad.
Right.
Yeah. Mormons never admit when they're wrong. I don't think this is like a Mormon thing either.
For security reasons, and after Sunday, the sets will be available for purchase but stored elsewhere.
Now, one thing that's been a big subject of the Bricks and Minifigs kind of story is, hey, there are these off-site locations. Can you address what that is? Is that true?
So the off-site location in the letter that that corporate is referring to is the original press release that we released when we were launching the collection. In that press release, because we had previous break-ins, I specifically included the location that after this weekend, those Legos would be stored off-site to deter any future thefts.
This is actually kind of crazy, and I don't know if you've been tracking this at all, but collectibles, like high scale, like heists of expensive collectibles has been absolutely exploding, particularly in Los Angeles, where like almost every Pokemon hobby store in the greater Los Angeles area has been robbed within like the last 2 years. And there's one in Sawtell that was robbed. They stole like $200,000 worth of stuff. They redid all the security, blah, blah, blah. The next time they robbed it, they threw a brick through the second story window and then used like ninja grappling hooks to scale the facade of the building to rob Pokemon stuff from them.
I don't even understand. I don't even, dude. I mean, I guess, you know, you got to get it wherever you can, huh? It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a crazy phenomenon right now. I think it's just because it's so valuable and people understand the value, and it's like these stores that sell hobby stuff aren't used to having like inventory that's like millions of dollars.
Yeah. Shout out Logan Paul. Overnight, he just made these hobby stores into viable targets.
Briefly stored off-site after that launch weekend while I bought safes for the back room, and then they were moved back into the store.
Okay, so for most of the...
Not all of us can work, and not all of us can stream. We have to work for a living. Yeah, work to fucking rob hobby stores at gunpoint.
High value Lego heists.
I mean, I was talking about how we got to get back to like, you know, cool heists. I didn't realize that. I meant like you know, like Ocean's 11. I didn't realize we were doing Ocean's 11 to fucking Bricks and Minifigs.
Can you imagine if they did, like, instead of the Italian Job, they did the Johto Job, and it's just a heist movie where they steal Pokemon cards?
Yeah, they just go up to counters and cash registers and they're like, give me all the Pokemon cards.
We could use Christian as the grease man. You know how in Ocean's 11 they have a grease man who's like all bendy?
Yeah. We can put him in a bag. In a
bag?
That's what they did to the
What the fuck?
That's what they did. In Ocean's 11, that's what they did.
He's in a crate, bro. He's not in a bag.
I thought they put him in like a roller backpack or something. Am I misremembering?
I thought you meant like a tote bag.
Yeah.
We'll put him in a Trader Joe's tote.
Fuck it. We'll put him in a tote bag. He can fit. We can make it happen.
Time the sets were in the store after y'all got the safes in.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so Ammon McNeff suspects that a lot of the Legos weren't there that night. And then on the other hand, we just heard from Crystal and Ben Gorman explaining the off-site story, saying that later they no longer used those off-site locations. But what do we really know about the Gormans? They are the former franchise owners after all. I mean, shouldn't we be suspicious of everyone? They're one of our key suspects. They were there the night we lost Brian's collection. They were the creators of the consignment deal after all. And one group in particular is pointing their finger at them very hard. It's the McNeffs who say they were behind on payments.
We started getting calls from the landlord letting us know that Crystal was behind on...
What if the McNeffs are the main villains of the story, by the way?
Yeah, dude, it's not looking good for the McNeffs.
Yeah, because they're playing this sweet role right now. Like, oh, look at me, I got the D'Artagnan. My last name is McNeff. I'm not a scary guy. I'm here to reveal everything to you. And then you find out that they were actually doing a rounding error or some shit at the end.
Fuck, they're just
they were the main villains all along. I mean, he has a mischievous mustache.
They're turning on the old McNeff charm.
This is the mustache of a man who's capable of tremendous mischief.
Okay,
I'm just saying.
Let's not come after. It's not the mustache's fault.
I don't know. It could be the mustache.
And it's not the family name.
It feels like the mustache is controlling him.
Let's
He's become
not
more
let a
mustache
few
than
bad
man.
apples.
Chud the Builder too.
Okay, come on.
I mean, how many examples do you need to see him prominently display in media?
Okay. This is
the lease payments at the location. We had also gotten a couple of notices from some of our vendor partners that bills had not been paid by the store, and so we felt pretty strongly that there was going to be a risk of her just, you know, like attempting to file bankruptcy, doing some of these other types of things which we've had franchisees do in the past, and that's problematic. So that's why we sent him up there to take some video footage. So we needed to just be prepared if we needed to do a hostile takeover, which, you know, like can happen in franchising, where a franchise owner just, you know, kind of tries to steal inventory and do some different things that way.